is my it's my hydrogen generator. It's to separate out the hydrogen and the oxygen from the water. The stainless steel plates get a charge running through it, and that provides the needed energy to release the hydrogen from the oxygen. I add sodium hydroxide into the mix to basically make it more conductive. I am now going to attempt to separate this panel. All the bolts are actually made out of iron, but they're not allowed to actually conduct electricity. So I have wrapped them all in a non-conductive shrink wrap. That is one rubber gasket. It's now about 2 mil thick. One side of the rubber gasket has got a notch missing out of it. The other side doesn't. So oxygen gas can come out and hydrogen can't. And in between you have the cloth, and the cloth separates out the hydrogen and the oxygen according to each side of the plate, which is negative or positive. The sodium hydroxide actually breaks it down. Cotton doesn't break down nearly as fast. New white one is 400 thread count cotton to separate the hydrogen bubbles and the oxygen bubbles. Only the hydrogen bubbles will come through this side, only the oxygen bubbles will come through on this side. There's one of the steel plates. Hydrogen is attracted to the negative plates and oxygen is attracted to the positive plates. So you have them all separated out so that you actually get only hydrogen or only oxygen. Keep reminding me that this is the hydrogen one. So I have to flip it over twice this way so I can get to the nuts. Everything in my garage, you need to avoid any liquids or powders that you see lying around. They are caustic. That's why I'm wearing gloves.
With my fucking gloves.
And of course when it comes into contact with human flesh, it actually starts to dissolve it. This is caustic soda that's all over the place here. Woo! ESCOM! Okay, that means I can get rid of that. These holes lining up. Upside down. And yes, there is an upside down. Back on track. It was upside down.
These little guys here on the floor aren't centis. They're bits of rubber.
Bits of rubber, bits of fat. Yeah, basically still the water that will come out of it. The sodium hydroxide actually just stays in the fuel tank. Once you put it in, it doesn't come out. So you can keep topping up the water and you don't have to top up the sodium hydroxide. Hydrogen on its own is actually quite cheap. It's the whole thing being put together. Final piece. Version 1 was basically this pipe, this part on the other side. Inside each pipe is a whole mess of stainless steel screws. Still so inefficient. It was shaping up to be alright until I tried to drill holes to put the pipes in and cracked it. Managed to drill some decent holes on the side, put the pipes in, and used a giant mass of silicone to hold it in place, but it still leaks. I like the fact that I could screw some of the bits and pieces in. So I decided to remake this with better piping, the latest version over here. As you can see, everything is screwed in. These pipes at the bottom here is when the water comes out and goes into the generator. It gets split into hydrogen and oxygen, comes back through into the top sections here, through these two pipes. The one side will be hydrogen and the other side will be oxygen. The water level will fill up to about there. The top part here is reserved for the actual gas to build up into. It comes in through these pipes, bubbles up through the top, and then gets collected out the top. The middle pipe is made clear so that we can actually see the level of water inside the whole system, and when it starts getting low we can top it all back up again. That's all.